Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
What's up?
I'm Tyler.
I'm Jake.
We're off panel, off topic.
I don't even know why I rolled with that bit. I could have cut it off, but I yes-anded you. You know what it was? Is my old improv days came through and just I
you never say
yes-anded
no.
you.
You never say no.
Yeah, no butting. No butting.
That's rules.
You know, that's a fun story to start the show, I think.
I don't want to hear your fucking stories.
Oh, wow.
No, tell us a story.
No, I actually used to be in an improv troupe.
This is actually true, folks. Listen up.
This
Take a
is
listen.
actually true, folks. You weren't even there.
No, but I know that you were in one. I don't know if our listeners do, though.
No,
So,
yeah, I was in
sure.
one back when I lived in Lincoln. And like
They were called the Cow Pies.
No, I wish. No, we were called Hotel Rendezvous because we always met at the hotel that I worked at with a buddy of mine.
And it was you and the only other funny person in Nebraska.
That's not true. But
There's 4 of us, okay?
No, but we had a lot of fun. But you know, it was funny. You know, I've never shared this story before, and I'm gonna keep the names vague. 'Cause I don't want them to be like, "Why the fuck are you bringing up?"
Dude,
this?
what the
Yeah.
fuck, man?
But we'd always wanted to do it. There was my 2 other friends and myself. We always wanted to do some sort of improv together. We wanted to do it because we never viewed it as like stand up or anything like that. Like we wanted to do improv. Like we really wanted.
Get to the fucking point.
No, I am. I'll understand. It's funny because I kind of want as a joke, and I think the other people might do it as a joke and think it'd be funny. But there's like I would love to do an idea of like a behind the laughter, like fucking mockumentary, just retelling the story. Because what it was is us three friends. Then we put out a Craigslist ad for an improv troupe. Surprisingly, got a lot of responses that weren't soliciting sex, which is awesome.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
On Craigslist?
Yeah. But
Hey, I'd like to join your improv group.
so-
Also, are you into threesomes?
and I'm, you know,
Wow.
funny story. I'm still friends with a couple of the people that we met through the improv.
Is this
ad.
part getting us closer to the end of the
Jesus
story?
Christ! Fuck you!
I'm so
How
sorry.
many times
I'm
you
just
go on
kidding.
a fucking
I'm just
diet?
kidding.
No,
Oh my
I'm.
God. No, you can't.
Story's
do that.
dead.
Oh my God.
So anyway,
I'm gonna say you.
we
Fuck.
got a couple friends. We got a couple members. I think we were up to 6 of us, if I remember correctly, 6 or 7. But we got too big, Tyler, because there was a rift in the group once we reached a certain level.
Was
Because
there
the group,
a Yoko,
I think I was the
which is unfair to Yoko Ono.
If we're being totally honest, I was
Paul McCartney himself has said she had nothing
Tyler,
to do with it. What?
If I'm being honest, I'm the Yoko in this situation.
Yeah, you fucking are.
Yeah. But anyway, there was a rift.
I know. I hate working with
There was
you.
a power dynamic.
Yeah.
Because I was performing better than I expected because I never had any sort of stage performance. But I was easily the best member. And no, I think no, here's the thing. I think I was having more chemistry and gelling with the new members more so than my other 2 friends.
And they got jealous.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I think that we were going in separate directions as a troupe. So we fell apart before we could make it big. You know? We didn't even get to be like the Second City or
Is that the
Upright
whole
Citizens Brigade
story? Because you were telling a story. Is that the whole story?
Yeah, there's the whole story.
Wow.
No, but we used to call ourselves Hotel Rendezvous because we always would meet at the hotel that we.
Oh,
worked
there's
at.
more?
No, the whole story, the thing is I want to do something about that because it's so funny because we literally had the trajectory of every behind the music story minus the stardom. Like
Right.
it was
Right.
like we started building it because we actually got a
See,
gig.
that's funny. Yeah.
We had a regular gig.
Yeah.
Like we had a regular gig. It was usually only
And you
about
just fucked it up.
it was usually only the people that we worked with or people like our
Yeah.
significant others. That was about it. That
Still.
was about it.
Still.
But we still had an audience.
Yeah.
Like that was still enough for me to get like a craving
The
for
one
that.
band I was in, that was the same thing for us.
But it was a regular gig at this one bar in Lincoln, which I don't even know if it still exists, but it was this one little spot. And honestly, yeah, at most it would probably be, I think the most we ever had was maybe 15 people. But that was enough to give us this weird sense of like, well, we're gaining a following, so now we're going to have a rift in the group and break up.
You know, one of the riffs in our band, it's not you.
Anyway, that's my little story
But
time.
one of the riffs in our band was, I thought that we should play covers because our music wasn't established. Not all the time, but like 2 or 3 a night, a set, right?
Yeah.
So that you have 2 or 3 songs where people are like, oh, cool, I know this song. And then they continue grooving when you play your own shit, right?
Yeah.
To me, that's right. And we did
a jam sesh.
We did a cover of "Every Rose Has Its Thorn" by Poison,
Right.
and I did a bass solo in the middle of it.
But you want to put your own flavor on it, yeah.
Everybody in the group except for me hated it, and everybody that ever went to any of our shows where we played it were like, "I'm so gonna see you guys again. I can't believe you did Every Rose Has Its Thorn. That's awesome."
Yeah.
And everybody else in the band, like, I tried telling them this, and they were like, no, it's a fucking stupid song.
Yeah.
It makes us look like chumps. And I'm like, no, people will think it's kitschy, and they'll be like, cool, and wow.
That's dude. That's how a lot of bands start. You cover songs.
Yes.
You play songs that people know. So then
Yes.
when you bust out
That
an
wasn't
original,
the main reason why we broke up. In fact, they kicked me out.
No, but you were in the right, Tyler. That's because you gotta build that rapport. So
But
then,
here's the thing.
then you can start doing the originals.
I got kicked out because I drank too much, and
Ah.
I did drink too much.
Well,
So,
first step is admitting it.
you know.
Well, again,
That was a riff that
Again.
happened, but
Tyler.
there were a lot of different riffs.
No, it's funny. It's similar because it's an improv
I still
troupe.
love those guys.
It was an improv troupe, but it did have that. It's the same thing
You're still friends with them, right?
from the improv troupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when
We
you
don't
perform,
really talk as much because
No.
we live in different parts of the
of
country.
course.
But
No, I don't live anywhere near any of those guys. In fact, I haven't talked to the drummer in God knows how long. I don't even think he's on social media. I have no idea what he's up to.
yeah.
By the way, Joshua Irvin, ring ring. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Well, you know what's even better.
but-
Sorry, but you know what's even better
What?
is I think what I remember the most wasn't even probably performing. It was the parties afterwards.
Yeah, I told you last night we were getting ready to do a show, and in the basement, me and the singer Derek, we started rapping like Dr. Dre, like a song off the Chronic. And he was doing Dre and I was doing Snoop, and it was really fun. And we were just hammered and just getting ready for the show. And I thought it was a great idea. There was some dry cleaning shit in the basement. I thought it'd be a great idea to put the dry cleaning bag on me to perform. I didn't realize that those things don't breathe, and the stage lights are hot. So within like the first song, I had already ripped it off because it was like, Jesus Christ, I can't. It was just on my torso, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is when you perform with somebody, when you perform with people, it creates a bond that you don't soon forget. Even if you don't talk to them that much, or maybe even never again, you fondly remember that person. Or maybe you don't.
It is something.
And fuck you if you don't.
It's something that
'Cause that person worked real hard.
I would love to do. Like if this show ever got big enough where we could, put together a live event at like a local bar or something, that would be fun.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
Because I will say I joke that I remember the parties more, but no, I have very fond memories of that time, of the brief period that I did that, and honestly, it was a lot of fun because for me, and I know you're probably the similar way, if I can get any sort of creative
Juices.
I was going to try and make it sound more like cum, but
More? Wait, more
If I
like
can
cum?
get my creative juicy out on the
Yeah,
world.
I was gonna say more like cum.
My creative gravy.
How much more like cum do you
There
have
you
to
go.
sound like?
Well, I like to get the creative gravy flowing, and
Wow, Jesus.
no, but
Are you even listening, America?
I just no butted you right there. In all reality,
I'll fucking no, but you right out the fucking door.
you're right. If you perform anything with someone, just sharing that moment of having an audience, no matter the size, even if it's 5 people, 10 people,
yeah.
no matter the size,
Yep.
it's still an experience to remember. Like, okay, you know, because honestly,
I tell you
even with those smaller crowds, you can take more risks and you build more confidence.
Can I tell you the weird, ironic exception to that rule?
What?
Live sex shows. I don't talk to any of those people anymore.
Oh yeah, that did get weird when our improv troupe turned into an orgy.
You would think having public sex with somebody would bond you for a while, but it's just not. It doesn't happen. Ironically,
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I would love to show this episode to a friend of mine, and then you go into the live sex orgy bit, and I'm like, well, there we go.
well, look, it's not my fault that
We're 10 minutes into the show. We have to be dirty at least a
Fine.
few more times.
We're done.
No.
Thanks.
I think I like to have a little
Thanks for letting me get out my creative gravy
Yes.
all over America.
All over Lincoln.
Oh!
I would love to do a
I had to go and make the grunt noise.
yeah,
too.
let's move on.
You have to do it because I'm stuck here. I'm stuck over
Spinning
here.
your wheels in the creative gravy.
It's real slick.
I guess we got a show to do.
It's not sticky.
Speaking of
It's kind of salty.
creative gravy, I want to know what kind of creative gravy James Gunn has for Peacemaker.
Dude.
Because
Wow.
holy shit!
Is it pizza time?
Why?
Because we're gonna.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because they need to know. You can't walk around life with kid gloves.
I just want to hear Tobey Maguire say pizza time. Fuck. I don't give a shit about spoilers.
I think you do.
We haven't even used the soundboard once this episode.
We haven't even done it one time.
You haven't even hooked it
Pizza
up.
time.
Fucking Jesus.
All right, so
Thanks.
I want to kind
It's
of
so hard.
we can talk about the finale and we will, but I also want to kind of just talk about the season as a whole. Because I know we've broken down every episode.
Did you read the article that broke down? Because at the beginning of the season,
how they pay off, how every joke is paid off?
well,
or
no,
like-
how the opening sequence what gives away the show.
yeah.
Did you read the article where they broke down how it gives away the show now that the finale's out? It is fucking incredible. Did you notice? I didn't even notice this, but at one point when they're all in formation, they're doing a dance that is copying the movements of the fucking dude of the aliens in fucking Space Invaders. What? What?
Well, if you noticed, if you're gonna go down that hole, when the song parts,
How insane is James Gunn? How good?
When Economos does his move where he throws down and the camera pans down to song, you could argue that's referring to going down into the hole where the cow was.
Or breaking his ankle.
See what I mean? You can kind of
when he breaks his ankle.
kind of pull a deeper meaning out of anything.
Oh, shut up. Really? I was trying to fucking throw James Gunn some serious creative credit.
He doesn't
and you
listen
just
to this
shit all
show.
over it. You know, he might.
No, well, after the creative gravy bit, probably not.
James Gunn and Freddie Stromer, we still await your
What?
presence on
No,
our show.
if we're gonna get anybody, we're gonna get John Cena,
Yeah, too.
and we wouldn't even need to do video because you can't see him anyway. So
You can't see John Cena?
you don't know this meme?
No.
I'll forget it.
What is
Anyway,
it? Is it when
I-
he does
I
this thing?
can't-
Is it when he does
yeah,
this thing?
and now the meme has always been whenever there's a picture of him, they're like, "Why is this person talking to an empty chair?" Even he's in on the meme. Like
That's stupid.
for Suicide Squad, he posted a picture of just the helmet and the shirt of Peacemaker.
It's so stupid.
It's amazing. I love the internet.
Internet wins.
So the
Every
finale
time.
is itself, I think, it does a good job of wrapping things up, and I was quite surprised. There's only one action set piece in this finale,
Yeah.
which
It's long.
is good. it's good because how many times have we watched those Disney Plus shows and we thought like, okay, now it just feels like the end of every Marvel movie. Like it's up, we got to have the third act CG fight.
Well,
Where this has the action, but it's halfway through the episode. Then the last half of the episode is all character stuff.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Hey, Martin Scorsese, just want to tell you this. That's what we want. I'm sorry that your fucking 7-hour fucking Irishman, whatever the fuck, didn't do that well or whatever. Okay? But seriously, that's what we want. We want build-up and then a big action set piece. That's what we want. That's why those movies are successful. I'm sorry that you don't want to make one. I'm sorry that you think it's ruining movies. But to be honest, dude, you're a dinosaur. Shut the fuck up.
Jeez.
Sorry. I'm tired of fucking these old-ass filmmakers. The Marvel movies are ruined. Shut the fuck up.
Honestly, Tyler...
You just never got asked.
Tyler, here's my response to that. Wait, he said they're theme parks. Stop hitting the arm.
That's a cool sound.
When he said they look like they're amusement park rides or whatever, I'm like, so what?
Yeah, that's what people want.
I still like going to ride a roller coaster.
That's what people want, Marty.
And then secondly, I think I don't give a fuck what this man says. Too many people put these big name auteur directors on these pedestals, and it's like I don't give a shit what they think. I really don't. I like the movies I'm gonna like, and I'm gonna watch the movies I like.
I know who Steven Spielberg is for real, and he's not the guy I thought he was in the 80s, and I don't like him. I don't. I think he's a crass commercial piece of shit.
And that's one I don't. That's what I love about this show is, and that's what I've always loved about what James Gunn can do as a writer, and he emphasizes that it's all about character, and
ultimately, yeah, that's what it boils down to.
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is about childhood trauma. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is about absent fathers and all this stuff.
The scene with Economos when he's going into the barn.
That was awful.
That's a perfect...
I felt awful for him.
But no, I'm saying, like, that's a perfect representation of what James Gunn, like, in a nutshell, what makes him so successful. He's walking up, the guy goes, hey...
Well, we're kind of jumping here, so... Because I want to build to that.
The point is that it starts off funny.
I know, but...
And then turns into... And now we'll move on now.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to stonewall you. I want...
Could have let me finish, like, one sentence. And then we're done, and we're moving on to like
because I want to talk about that, but I want to build to that part in the story, because I think there's a lot of great moments, character moments before that, because it smartly combines what he's good at.
The whole open scene alone.
Well, that's what I mean. When they're trying to figure out which helmet to use, and he's like,
when they're farting at each other in the van, the open.
We're done with that.
Are we done talking about it, or are we quoting
how he responded to him? But he just, we're done.
No, when he's all like, listen, I'm here with my first and my fifth best friend, and we had all the farts going, which was killer. And now you guys want to stop?
You have to say, look, if you're going to be sarcastic, you have to say you're being sarcastic.
Oh, now you're jumping around.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, this is all we had. There it goes. Well, yeah, I can't I use it again because I killed the only guy that fucking makes them.
Yeah.
But no, because that whole sequence is great because then they lay out the helmets, so they're trying to pick out which one to do the mission and get kill the cow because there's all these butterflies around.
I loved the scabies.
The
deep dive on the scabies because when they introduced it in episode 2 or 1,
wasn't it a post-credit scene anyway? Like it wasn't even in the episode.
Yeah, but he just says, if you wear that, you get scabies.
Every young man just needs scabies.
But then they fucking flesh that out, so to speak.
Every joke is paid off.
Everybody within 100-mile radius, except for you, gets scabies. Like what? Like that's awesome. It's so stupid. It's great.
But I love that. Well,
every man should have scabies at one point in their life.
I also love that. I think James Gunn is really good at doing the Chekhov's gun of the storytelling because they introduce the human torpedo helmet where he says that's a prototype, so right there that helmet is going to be used in the third act of this story. And then there's the anti-gravity one. It goes like, what is that? You anti-gravity? He's like, no, you can float. She goes, well, and
He's
then
deadly serious about the fan too.
yeah, the delivery, and then hardcore. Yeah, how do you
I
do that?
Fan.
I got a little phantom.
Okay,
Push
a
around.
little pocket fan.
But he says it's super serious.
He's so serious.
Like, yeah, we just say active, and then she accidentally activates it, describing the plan, and activate anti-gravity. And it's again one of those classic old comedy bits where it's happening in the background, and you as the viewer are like, oh my god, these fucking morons.
What and
Because that's the whole thing I'm thinking is that thing leaves frame.
I know that this isn't gonna further the story, but I'm just like, I'm almost yelling at the TV screen. I know you can see it moving up. I know you're trying to tell the people that it's moving up. But hey, Vigilante, why don't you just fucking grab it?
Because he's an idiot.
I know. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't.
Why does he say, hey,
the
guys?
comedy bit,
Why doesn't he go,
yeah,
like, hey, turn it off?
The comedy bit doesn't work. But honestly, in real life, why wouldn't you just go
Deactivate
boink,
anti-gravity.
or just here you go.
Because clearly you've heard him say activate.
I'm here. I'm seeing it. But yeah, so I it's not a criticism at all because again, the story has to keep going. But I love it.
It's like I said. It's what I said when we watched like No Way Home, where it's like I know what they're gonna do, but it's executed in a way that's
right.
a good enough way that I know I've seen this before, but this is still funny because of how it's shot, how it's acted.
That's why,
and it's such a funny scene. Because you're legitimately, as a viewer, being like, these fucking morons.
That's why, like, the prequel trilogy, Star Wars prequel trilogy, gets a lot of shit. But one thing that people all cannot deny is the final fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin is still killer.
Yeah.
And it's perfect example of that. We know, we've been told how this story ends, but we're still on pins and needles watching this fight because the execution is so good. If you read any of the interviews about that stuff, like they practiced for like 6 months, like all of the fight scenes and shit, just so they wouldn't have to fucking act it. They would just become second nature.
When they were doing the watch parties on Twitter, according to Steve Agee, is it Agee?
I don't know, but we know who you're talking about. Diebeard, which is sad now.
He was talking about how the finale took the most time to shoot. Because I think he said most scripts were like 15 days.
Yeah.
Because, excuse me, I don't know how TV works, but I know from what I've read or heard from interviews is that a movie, usually you shoot 5 scripts a day or 5 pages a day or something like that to keep on schedule. So I don't know how TV works, but regardless, I think he said that one took the most time. It took like 20 days or something to shoot the whole finale, and that included the big fight scene in the middle of it. So yeah, you're absolutely right of just like how long this process takes and how much work is put into the choreography. And the guy that did the choreography in this worked with Zack Snyder, worked in BVS and Justice League. Because say what you will about those movies, this fucking action in those movies is spectacular, and especially,
I honestly don't. I mean, we give a lot of shit to Snyderverse douchebags,
but it looks great.
They deserve it.
But it looks great. Those movies look great.
But honestly, we've never called out the DC movies that he did. You know what I mean? Like we both enjoyed the Snyder cut. You know,
I have BVS on Blu-ray. I like that movie.
I do too. I have the fucking
I have the
special
3-hour
edition.
cut. Yeah.
Yep, me too.
I don't hate the Snyder shit.
No,
I just hate the
it's
fans.
Great. Yeah, thank you.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're fun movies to watch. I mean, there's a reason why Michael Bay keeps getting jobs. I mean, his movies suck dick, but the fucking action is incredible. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. Yes, he is a fucking awful person and a terrible filmmaker, but man, can he make action set pieces?
Yeah,
he makes them pop.
Who?
Michael Bay.
Oh yeah, fuck Michael Bay.
I'm saying, like, you know.
That's the difference too. I have nothing wrong with Snyder because everything I've heard about Zack Snyder, he's a wonderful person to work with.
I've heard Michael Bay is a great guy to work with too, but he's a piece of shit because his movies suck.
I don't like the way he treated Megan Fox.
Me neither. Fuck you.
Anyway, getting way off topic there.
She's a national treasure, you son of a bitch.
No, but
she's Canadian.
There's so much thought put into this whole season, and everything gets a payoff.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit. The Sonic Boom helmet somehow gets a payoff in this fucking the episode.
You know,
That's the brilliance of James Gunn.
Yeah.
He introduces the Sonic Boom and uses it in the first episode, and it is bookends the end of the season because it's used again to fight the big third act monster.
yeah. I don't know if you read this or not, but I right before the season finale came out, I read somewhere that he only released, nobody, critics or anybody got all the season to review. He purposely withheld the finale from everybody.
Yeah, I didn't want it spoiled.
Yeah, I don't know if you read that or not.
I didn't know that they didn't release that one early to critics.
I read that like a couple of days before, and I'm like, holy shit, what's gonna happen to this thing? You know, like,
yeah,
yikes. But yeah,
so
great episode.
yeah, and we had the sequence where they build the plan of like, okay, we're gonna sneak in the helmet, put it in there, hit the, say Sonic Boom through a walkie, and it'll blow up the building.
Eagly. The whole Eagly.
Oh, the
sequence.
Eagly bit before that. Where he's
No fucking way is the Eagle understand you. Yes, he does.
She does. Take this, put it over there.
Then
Take
he
it,
starts biting
and
it.
then he gets it, and you're like, and then the dramatic moment of like, he's gonna figure it
Flies
out.
right over the barn.
And I love it when the show, lets Eagly just be a fucking bird, because that is such a pet. If
Right.
I told Cooper to do that, he would eventually pick it up. But he would definitely not take it where I would tell him.
No.
So I love when they give him moments of just being a pet. And I gotta say, throughout this whole season, every time that fucking bird is on screen, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
When it's waddling around in the frame, I'm laughing. Yeah. Because I'm like, why the fuck is there an eagle in this show?
So dumb, but so
And
great.
then episode 6, when he's fucking dudes up, I was like, hell yeah, get an eagle. And he rips that guy's eyeball out.
Oh, yeah.
He's hardcore.
Yeah.
Man, in episode 7, I was like, fucking don't kill Eagle, you bitch.
Oh, dude, I was pissed. I would have been pissed.
But yeah, that like, it was such a perfect thing to give like Eagly his final moment of just being a pet. Just, I'm going to help my owner. Plop. And then when it hits, you just laugh because you're like, that's such a dumb joke. Like, it's so stupid. But
That's what separates, to me, like, and I was thinking this while I was watching this sequence. To me, that's what separates like good filmmakers from great filmmakers or great storytellers. You know, you see him, he's flying like over the trees. We don't, know. I think he ends up, you don't know what's going to happen. They show the people all going like, fuck.
yeah.
And then in the background, you hear a clang, signifying that he dropped it. And now, you didn't necessarily need to have that clang. You could have just said, fuck, now we got to go find, now he dropped it over there. But that little clang there, to me, was like, that's a great filmmaker. Because it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be there.
It's just that little effect just to let you
But it
know that
adds-
it does hit. Yeah.
I don't know why. It just, to me, was like, that's what makes this show better than other shows. I don't know.
I will say with how this finale kind of wraps up the first season and how it all works out, it is such a brilliant thing because, like I said, I think I said it last week, every time that I have questions about the story, it's filled in. It's figured out. Because then there's times I'm like, well, why wouldn't they just do that? And there's like, well, we can't do this because of this thing. Oh, okay. So that, like, where do they? Because I'm trying to think of like, well,
And
you
the
kind
fucking,
where does this? Because why wouldn't they do this? So like, it's gonna have plot holes because everything has plot holes. And if you really sit down and try and break down every plot hole, you are not enjoying a fucking movie or TV show.
Yeah.
So stop it.
Yeah, knock it off, bitch.
There's a difference between a big giant logical inconsistency or a plot hole. There's a
Yes.
huge difference. But anyway, and I don't see that in the show. But
Yeah.
what I love about James Gunn is how much he loves the DC mythos and the Marvel mythos because he pulls so deep. And I forgot this detail. So I knew the detail that the original Christopher Smith, Peacemaker's dad is a Nazi. But I forgot that his dad shows up in his brain after he kills him. His dad is always around talking to him like he is in this episode. I was like, that's fucking genius that he worked that into his character. So yeah, they're looking for the helmet and then he sees his dad. And this is one of my favorite things where it isn't your typical hallucination sequence because he's like, What? Because he's going to take his blow dart gun out because he's talking to his dad.
I wasn't even fooled for a second.
Yeah.
I didn't even reach for my pistol.
Yeah, because
I thought I had you fooled.
Because so he knows it's a hallucination. He knows that he killed his dad. He knows his dad isn't there, but he's like, I still have to shoot him, but I can't shoot my gun and let people know that I'm fucking hallucinating right now. So he's reaching for the fucking blow darts, which, by the way, I was pissed they didn't get used in this because I remembered that was one of my favorite little bits in Suicide Squad was when he was blow darting people. And you saw the CG following it.
Yeah.
There we go. It's like the metal clang, Tyler. It's the little details.
Yep.
But and then somehow he found the helmet because that's where his Harcourt saw the first she sees it, and there's a good moment there of like her
she's moving towards the tree to pull the pin out, and she actually kicks the helmet. So it's almost like his dad showed up to show them.
But before that, she kind of has a moment of hesitation.
Yeah.
She sees the whole hallucination.
Not the whole. She sees like the end of it.
Jesus. So she sees the hallucination, knows that he's talking to himself, and then she pulls the dart out, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And then they find the helmet, and then he's like, "Oh fuck," because like there's like some weird convenience to it. And then that kind of just sets up the end of this. And this is the scene that gets me. When Economos goes in to the building that I kind of stopped you short on because I wanted to kind of build the suspense, I guess. I don't know. But
I don't know.
let's talk about this.
I think you're just being a dick.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I don't want to miss any part of the episode.
Too late.
So this sequence got me, man. I didn't cry or anything, but it really it hit home.
But
I
starts
felt
off
what
being
Chris
funny.
felt.
It starts off being funny, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm telling you that like it's such a beautiful thing that they cut back to Peacemaker to see him live with his actions.
It takes such a hard right.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh no shit, dude. They're gonna
even before he leaves when he first walks in, when he does the because of this bag. How the fuck did that work? I don't know. But then he sees the kaiju thing. And he's like, no more kaijus. So he just drops the thing, whatever, and leaves. And on his way out, the guy goes, hey. And he's like, shit, what? He's like, why did your human do that to your beard or to his beard or whatever? Well, almost immediately. Which immediately starts the joke.
I laugh.
Because it's the dye beard joke.
Yes.
And then it cuts into this like biting character moment.
Oh
like,
my god,
fuck.
yes. And it's so fucking deeply personal and tragic.
Yeah, and
you're just
it's
like,
because the butterflies can get their memories. So it was a way to show that he was a butterfly.
Oh wow, that's not funny.
And then every time he says it, and it cuts back to Peacemaker, and you see Chris living with his actions, and like because before. He didn't have to live with his actions because he would just kill the motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. But now he's seeing that the more, and this is why I love how much growth was given to Christopher Smith and the Peacemaker character of like seeing like at this point he cares about Economos. Mm. Economos is a friend to him.
Yep.
And he's seeing like, because everybody's had that moment where you've hurt someone that you care about and you feel devastated because you don't want to do that. And you saw that. And again, credit to John Cena and this performance because you feel that when you look at him. Mm-hmm. And it was, and that's the brilliance of James Gunn because, not long after that emotional sequence, you're like, oh, fuck. Dude, and then the delivery of humans can be pathetic. I was like, fuck. Damn.
Dude, there's something special when you set up kind of a sort of long running like just
annoying thing that Peacemaker does as a joke
in the first episode, and you pull that all the way through the season until the very last episode, and then you fucking make the silly nothing running gag into a fucking serious character fucking moment, dude. Wow.
Well, and then
that's fucking that's talent.
And then after that's
talented writing.
We finally get the big fucking action set piece. Yeah. And then, again, like we were talking about earlier, this is the brilliance of James Gunn is he knows how to get those action set pieces to bring in the mainstream audience.
And of course she drops the fucking walkie-talkie, which adds tension. It's just like, oh come on, just when she's trying to when they're all piling on Economos.
Yeah.
and she finally finds it and stuff, and it's like, okay, that maybe wasn't necessary, but I get it.
Yeah, you got to build some tension.
I know, and it's just like, fuck you.
Yeah, so we get the fucking main title theme song, Do You Want to Taste It, to a fucking amazing action
Which
scene.
was great. I love that they
Brought back the song. Yeah. Well, and then they do the slow-mo walk, and then
I love watching Vigilante with a sword.
I gotta say it. I love Captain America, but that was the coolest fucking thing I've seen someone do with a shield in one of these superhero movies.
That was pretty
when
cool.
When he throws it up in the air as it's coming down, he tracks it with his pistol, shoots it, and it goes through a motherfucker's face. That is the coolest shit I've ever seen. Well, and then, Vigilante, when he ducks that one guy, swipes back with that machete and chops his fucking head off.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he kills the guy who, gets him at the end. But my favorite part of the sequence was, again, like, they showed each one of them, like, it was Harcourt, Peacemaker, and Vigilante. They showed.
You think they're all gonna
showed
die,
each one of them like having set pieces of their own, and sometimes together, whatever.
Yeah.
But each one of them had their own thing, and I loved that Vigilante. He just had his sword out, and he was just cutting fucking motherfuckers left and right.
Well, when they show that first,
when he lops off that lady's arm,
when they show the head chopping off part,
yeah,
I love that the camera tracks down to the head and then moves up.
Yeah.
And he did similar kind of camera tricks in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So it was really funny.
He really knows how to shoot gory, bloody violence.
But yeah, to the fact that he lets
great.
The camera hangs on the head for a second and then pulls and then just swiftly moves back towards Peacemaker. I was like, that was such a cool fucking shot.
What episode was it where they shoot? I think they shot the. I think it was when they first go to the bottling plant. And, and he immediately
blows that chick's
but then
head off.
He shoots her again.
Yeah.
I remember watching that part, and I was like, "That's so unnecessary," but it's done so well, and it's clearly like violence for like just violent. You know what I mean? Like it's there to be like, this is how ridiculous violence can be, and James Gunn is right up there with like Sam Raimi and fucking who else films really great like gory set pieces. Him and Raimi do great fucking set pieces.
That's what I'm excited
like that,
about. Multiverse
Oh yeah,
Madness.
we'll get to that.
Were we talking about that? I feel like we should. We'll work it in.
But yeah, Gunn has just a way of like, he shoots those sequences the way I want to watch them. I know that sounds weird.
I wonder why.
But if I was filming that sequence, that's how I would film it.
Yeah.
Not that I would, because he's far more talented than I am. But I like to think that the end result would be that. I mean, what he comes up with is what I like.
When we get to the end of this, so Peacemaker runs down into where the cow is being held, and on his way there he slips and falls. And then, by the way, as someone who has claustrophobia, I hated that sequence. Seeing all that rubble pile on him, I'm like, because like that's a legitimate fear of mine. Is like I would go like into a mine or a cave or something, and it would cave in and kill me. Like I think about that a lot. Of like, nope, no, thank you. Never going to go spelunking. No, thank you. Don't call me.
About 10 years ago, I would have totally followed up with an into the closet joke, but it's just not. It's not kosher these days.
That's good growth. That's
Thanks.
growth. So
also, it wouldn't have been that funny because you're married and about to have a kid. So it's,
just move on. Like, you don't need to keep talking about it.
Let me just do the joke.
The bit is over, man.
No.
So then we see Harcourt take a fucking shotgun to the shoulder and then get shot again, and she falls down.
Much love to James Gunn, but he suffers from all other filmmakers. And again, the violence is not meant to be accurate, but let me just say this. If you took a shotgun to the shoulder, you're not just spinning a little bit and going, and then you're down.
Oh, yeah.
You're
dead.
fucking down.
It's also a comic book show. Yeah.
Exactly why that caveat, but
we forgot to mention before Chris goes down into the hole, the other cop tries to stop him, the other detective, and fucking Vigilante chops him in the head and goes, "Don't fuck with my BFF."
Yes.
Dude, the effect of that fucking hatchet going, or that machete going in his skull, I was like, damn. Like, they're so violent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's forgivable, like the whole shotgun to the shoulder.
But it's cartoon. But you're right.
Exactly.
It's the violence and the gore is cartoonish.
Right. It's forgivable because I don't look for. I know that if I went to James Gunn and said, "Can you give me an accurate representation of what violence really does in real life?" he would do it. and he'd be accurate about it. But he doesn't need to do that in this show, and that's not what he's going for.
No.
So I know he's smart enough to know that he's stylizing the violence.
Yes, and it fits the same thing with Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad's violence is very
the whole opening sequence is meant to be like
cartoon.
You're meant to put your hand over your eyes like, oh my God, a little bit. I mean, yeah, that's the bloodiest opening since Saving Private Ryan, for fuck's sake.
Not even close.
What?
The bloodiest intro to a movie?
Since Saving Private Ryan.
No way.
What's the other one?
I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
Let me just totally fucking call out
Vigilante,
your shit and then not
Vigilante
follow it up.
gets shot. And he still has a cool moment because he grabs it and sees the blood and goes, darn it, and then just throws the knife back as he's falling and it gets the dude in the face.
Yeah, right in the face. Perfect.
So yeah, we think, and then Abadiah says, I gotta do something. She puts on a helmet. It's the human torpedo. She runs in, kills the remaining butterflies on her way in. Economist tries to help.
Yeah,
trips
you're
and
gonna
falls,
get hurt.
Shatters his shin, yeah. When I saw that, I was like,
fuck? That's exactly the reaction that a normal person would have to, like, oh, come on, really?
But, well, she doesn't grab the helmet. He crawls the helmet to her.
Oh, right.
Which, again, that looked like quite a distance for him to crawl.
Yeah.
But I'm not, again, who fucking cares? We got to move the story along. Who cares?
Forgivable.
That's what I mean. Is like, it's whatever. Because if you can sit there and nitpick, you're not going to enjoy anything. That's
exactly.
Stupid. So yeah, he gets the helmet to her because she's checking on hardcore. She thinks she's gonna die. Also, the butterfly almost goes into her mouth, but Abadiah's like, "Nah, fuck you," and takes it out and kills it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was also a cool sequence too. In the fight was when she shot one of them, but didn't get him in the head. So then the butterfly jumped out. So then she jumped on it and stabbed it. Like that was funny. So she goes down and. The way it's shot is it makes it look like Abadiah finds Chris because she has like a heartbeat monitor thing on her. She's got a heartbeat tracker.
Yeah.
I think it's the implant in his head is what she was using.
Yeah, whatever. It's something.
Well, that's how they tracked him before.
She's tracking him with something.
He still has the implant, so that's how they tracked him before in the show. So anyway, they go in to get him, but the way it's shot is it looks like she's rescuing Chris, but it's actually Detective Song.
Right.
And then she explained, or I guess Goff, technically, is what they call her. So then she explains to Chris, like, hey, yes, we're here, but it's not an invasion because we see where your planet is going. It's down the same path we did. They ignore science. They think minor inconveniences infringement on their liberties.
Thanks, James Gunn, for literally pointing out in very succinct fashion everything that's wrong with our society right now. Seriously, with a couple of sentences, she fucking nails what's wrong with the human race. Absolutely.
And I think at the core, that's what this show is about, is, yes, there's violence and sex and foul language, but like all of these people that are that this team comes together. And I think what James Gunn's message about this was, we can have differences of opinion and differences of belief, but it doesn't mean we can't find friendship. It doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Yeah.
And I love that that's the message, because if you look in Abadiah and Peacemaker, they shouldn't be friends.
Yeah.
They're totally different people, but yet they found a way to connect with each other. And I think that's a good message to have. Because if you notice, he shoots her in the chest because she's like, look, you people need to be ruled by us. We know what's going to happen if you don't listen to us, so we're going to take over, but, whatever. And Chris thinks about it, then she puts her hand on it. This was a really touching sequence.
We both talked about this. We thought they were going to reveal, because they were doing like
that Mern
flashbacks.
Was the evil guy.
No, we thought they were going to reveal that fucking Peacemaker has been a butterfly this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Because the way that it was shot and the way that she was talking.
And she kept saying, you're one of us.
And she had his hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I was like, no, don't do that. Don't. That would almost ruin everything,
Yeah.
That's too much.
Well, and I'm glad that I'm glad that he makes the decision.
Yeah.
Because he thinks about it, and then she goes, "We made a vow," and that's what like triggers back to his killing Keith and all this stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have done the same thing, despite the fact that she's totally right. about everything.
Yeah, he made the right decision.
I would have done the same thing, and here's
you can't
why.
let them rule us.
No, because
we have the right.
Eventually, I'm a butterfly.
Yeah.
Probably. Right?
Yeah.
So fuck that noise. Sorry.
Well, and
your cow's dead.
And
activate human torpedo.
Abadiah says it in the hospital. She says maybe he goes because he's like, did I make the right choice? And she goes, I don't know, maybe you didn't, maybe you did. She goes, but I think you did. You gave us the right to choose. And while
also he kind of got her back for all the bad shit she did by like making her like lay under that thing while all the guts and shit came out on her, and I think that was like. But
that was a great way how that was shot because the sequence before that, dude, we were talking about this off the air. The fucking physical comedy in this show is unbelievable. Yeah. Like when she first hits activate human torpedo and completely whiffs and hits the wall, it is funny as shit. And then the look, and again the way the fucking comedic timing of John Cena there to be like, I told her it was a prototype.
Good time.
But yeah, we have that moment where he's hesitant and he looks like he's going to side with her. And then he says, activate human torpedo. Abadiah shoots through the heart of the cow. And then at the same time, Peacemaker shoots Goff in the chest, not the head. And then the butterfly leaves. After they're leaving, after the thing dies, we see that Goff has escaped out of her body, which again says a lot about Peacemaker, because while he doesn't agree with Goff, he's not going to kill Goff because he took care of Goff. It was his pet for a little period of time. And again, that's what the smart thing about his writing. Goff took so many turns in this season because Goff starts as the senator who tortures fucking Vigilante, becomes Peacemaker's pet, puts the peace sign at him, thanks him for his humility, communicates with him, then gets into the body of song, turns into this ruthless person again. And so if you follow this trajectory, he was right to shoot Goff because he can't trust Goff because Goff has lied to him so many times.
Yep.
But then at the end, they're still together, which is painful because that's all that Chris can attract is painful people. But anyway, we're not even to the best part. So the cow gets killed. Yeah. We get to the top, and then the biggest fucking mic drop of this episode.
Oh yeah.
Because earlier, Abadiah calls Amanda Waller, and she's like, "Get the fucking Justice League," and she's like, "They're busy. I can't get them. Can you wait?" And they're like, "We can't fucking wait. We got to go now."
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, there's no Justice League."
Okay, Mom.
But sure enough, they get out of the barn. They come out. Everybody's together. Peacemaker picks up Hardcore. We walk, and then a flash of fucking lightning, and 4 members of the Justice League.
4 silhouettes.
Which I thought were going to just be silhouettes.
I was fine with silhouettes.
Because I remember I was sitting there watching it, and the Justice League show up, and I literally just go, "Are you fucking kidding?"
Yeah,
like,
it was perfect.
I just laughed.
Yeah.
And then the payoff of this to still have Peacemaker talk shit to the Justice League, because this isn't a Justice League show. This is a Peacemaker show.
Fucking late, dickheads.
And this is how he views them.
Yep.
Yeah. You're fucking late, you dickheads. Yeah. And then, he walks by Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Why don't you go fuck some more fish?" And then Aquaman goes,
sick of that rumor.
I'm sick of that fucking rumor. And then
Barry Allen.
It's not a rumor. Fuck you, Barry. We got to hear Aquaman say "fuck you, Barry." I'm pretty happy,
dude. Again,
by the way,
we talked about this off the air. Yeah,
Snyder fans that
shut the fuck up.
That were pissing their pants because that Aquaman and the Flash were turned into a joke. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up.
We're talking about men in tights beating up people, aliens and
other
demons
dudes in tights
and thugs and shit. It's silly. This shit is silly. Have some fucking sense of humor about it.
If you don't lean into the silliness, you're purposefully trying to be serious about it, and that is awful.
You can take this stuff seriously, but also have some fun. And that's what he's doing.
You know how we just a little while ago, about 20 minutes ago, we were talking about how much we really still like the Snyderverse DC movies. You know one thing I didn't like about them? How there was almost no humor.
Yeah.
And whatever humor there was almost seemed forced and shoehorned in.
It doesn't have to be like fucking Marvel quippy shit. Peacemaker is great for, yes, it has this little quippy stuff, but it's funnier when it's just
There's a lot of meta
it's
shit
all
too.
it's all character stuff.
Yeah.
It is really all it is. And
So calm the fuck down. And you know what? Let me just say
so we
this
wrap
too.
up this.
Are you
Go
pissed?
ahead.
If you're really pissed at somebody, why aren't you pissed at Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller?
For doing it? Yeah.
Yeah,
How,
fuck
how
you.
dare they betray Lord Snyder? Fuck off.
Am I right? I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
stop
really
being-
going to be
stop.
pissed at somebody,
Stop being babies.
fuck.
Have some fun. Now, if you don't think it was funny just because you don't think it was funny, fine. That's totally different.
Sure.
But if you're gonna go on and bitch about like, oh, James Gunn disrespects the
Shut
characters
up.
and this, that, and I'm like, shut up.
You're the same. You're the same as those assholes who get pissed about Black Santa.
Is this the same logic? Jesus, I wouldn't go that far.
No, they are.
This is the same
It's a fictional character.
This is the same logic of people that would be mad at like the Lego Batman movie because it makes fun of Batman too much. It's like, who cares? It's fucking Batman. Have some fun. Jesus.
These, you know what? You're the same people that are pissed that there's other skin types than white in the Lord of the Rings
Oh my God.
prequel series.
God, I don't even give a shit about Lord of the Rings. I'm like, just shut
neither.
up. Just shut up.
Why does the dwarf queen have a beard? Because that's fucking weird. Shut up. It's a dwarf queen. What the fuck are you talking about?
We're losing recipes.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's happening.
So anyway.
All right, so let's wrap it up. What do we think of overall? What do we? Well, let's just put it this way. Clearly, we love season 1.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to see in season 2?
Well, we were talking off the air, and you said that
Yeah,
you might.
James Gunn wanted Bane and the Justice League.
Yep.
But he couldn't get Bane,
With
and he could only get so many of the
with
Justice
the
League.
massive success of the Peacemaker of Peacemaker season 1, I honestly don't see how DC can say no to him for anything. If you know what I mean, I really don't.
Yeah, I think that I would love to see Bane, but you
I honestly
and I were talking about this.
Yeah,
I liked Christopher Nolan's interpretation of Bane.
of course. Yeah, we loved it.
I hated the Batman and Robin interpretation,
Yeah,
but
of course.
as a kid I loved it, and then as I learned more about the character, I was like, oh,
Because Bane
sucks.
is like cunning and smart.
yes,
anyway.
Bane is smart. Bane figures
He's not
out
a big dumb idiot.
Batman's identity. But yes, he's this like very smart criminal mastermind, but he's also a luchador. And I want to see him do. I want to see them do the Venom approach again of using him juicing up with the Venom.
Yeah.
Because again, I love Christopher Nolan's Bane. It worked for his version of Batman.
Yeah.
But I want to see something a little bit more comic accurate, and I wonder how they could do that in Peacemaker and maybe tie it in. Because I think that would be very interesting to see Peacemaker have a Batman villain. And Bane would work because you could make Bane like fucking stomp someone's skull in or something. Like you could make him horrifyingly violent, you know. So you add another level to the show. So I would love to see Bane. I'm interested in how they're going to do it because if she ousted Amanda Waller, then they're not going to be a Black Ops team anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how they're
they'll
going
figure
to
something out.
do the team dynamic outside of that. Or maybe they are still. Like maybe they kept their jobs because of that. Maybe now they're running Task Force X or something. I don't know.
We do see Economos go back to his office.
That's true.
So
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm excited for season 2. It does kind of. I do wish they could have waited on the announcement a little bit because it kind of undercutted the finale for me. Because
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I was
but,
kind of because now I'm like, well, for sure now I know that one character
at least
isn't going
Peacemaker's
to die.
gonna
Anyway, thanks to James Gunn for making an amazing show. I loved it so
real
much.
quick before we go, I work with a guy. I think we all know people who still want to binge these shows. I don't know how they managed to stay spoiler free for 8 weeks. You know what I mean? And then once it's all out, binge it. I work with a guy. He watched the first episode and then he told himself he wanted to binge it. So I told him that this finale came out and he said, oh, cool, now I can binge it. And I was actually thinking about when I get home today, I might start binging it because it's all out.
Yeah.
And I think that might give me a different perspective. You know what I mean? Like,
I would say watch Suicide Squad first and then watch the whole season.
ooh,
Because
that's a good idea, actually.
Before it premiered,
yeah.
I watched Suicide Squad and then I watched the first 3 episodes.
Yeah,
And
that
that
was
was a
awesome that they were all
and
out.
and that's what gave me the perspective of before I even read that interview that you and I both read about him explaining why he wanted to do a Peacemaker show.
Yeah.
I noticed it in the movie of just being like, oh, he doesn't really, because the first time I remembered it, the first thing I thought of like how awesome John Cena was and how funny he was. He gets his moments, like that assault on the camp with him and Bloodsport having a dick measuring contest is like his biggest moment. So to see that, I would recommend watching that and then watching the show.
Should I watch Suicide Squad and then the Suicide Squad and then the show?
Yeah.
Or should I just skip that massive piece of shit altogether?
Anyway, so let's move on to talk a little bit more about. Let's talk about some news. We talked about the DCEU and Peacemaker. Well, let's talk about the MCU because Kevin Feige in the most recent. What do they call the fucking behind the scenes things on Disney Plus?
Assembled, I think.
Yeah, for the Eternals, Kevin Feige said this, quote, Marvel Studios and the Marvel Cinematic Universe is now past their 10th anniversary. And with the release of the final Avengers movie, we've finally completed a 22-movie Infinity Saga. Interesting wording. So he didn't say the last, didn't say the most recent. He said the final.
A lot of people are
Avengers
interpreting that as meaning that there's never going to be another Avengers movie. To that I say,
that's not true.
You're fucking high.
Just the 4 Avengers movies are the highest, some of the highest, like Endgame is one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Okay, now are they going to call it something different?
Well, I'm thinking what he's implying, for me, what he's implying is that this is going to be called like the new Avengers or something.
Right?
With
Secret Avengers.
With Sam's Cap.
Or
with
Dark Avengers.
With Miss Marvel and the Marvel. Like what they're doing now, like this new, and I was talking to a friend of mine about this. Go back to just even the first Avengers. You don't even have to go back to Iron Man. Go back to the first Avengers, and maybe someday I'll share this story, like the full story of this. But because it's almost with his own little story time segment. But regardless, Luke and I, friend of the show, we saw the midnight showing of the Avengers together, and him and I talked about how like. We reenacted scenes from the movie like outside because we were all dressed up as Avengers and stuff like we were just fucking psyched because it made us feel like we were kids. And for me, it was a whole nother level of nostalgia because I graduated high school that year. It was the last day of school for me the next day, so I didn't get any fucking sleep for the last day of school.
I just moved back to Iowa after 10 years.
So my response to that is like, hey man, I was full on checked out senior mode. But anyway, go back to that moment I told him, and I go, think about in 10 years that you're going to be seeing legacy characters of these guys. We have a legacy Captain America. We have we're going to have a legacy Iron Man in terms of they got Riri Williams, so it's going to be Iron Heart. Like we're seeing all the
Hawkeye.
We got fucking legacy Hawkeye, Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, Mighty Thor is now involved. Like it's so wild that they've gotten to this point.
Are we going to talk about toy spoilers this episode?
Wait, we have toy spoilers? I don't.
The whole thing about toys have largely spoiled a lot of things lately. Anyway,
like what? What specifically?
Well, the toy.
Do I want it to be spoiled? What's the property?
We can talk.
Just tell me the property.
Love and Thunder.
Oh, then no, I don't want to hear it. The Batman? Oh, okay. No. I really liked to think about that of just like, holy shit, we've gotten to this point. And honestly, I really just think the wording is that this is going to be a different version of the Avengers, or this is going to be different. I don't think that they're not going to make any more Avengers movies because they like
might not
money.
make Avengers movies, but they're gonna make team up movies.
Or they're just going to cross over in each other's movies more. That's really all it's going to be then. Because in reality, Captain America: Civil War is Avengers 2.5.
Honestly.
And so we've seen it happen before. So I mean, fucking look at Ragnarok. Ragnarok is just Planet Hulk, and Hulk is in almost a good majority of that movie. The Hulk's in it, and everybody's fine with it, and I loved it. Yeah. Personally, I want more Hulk team up movies. Just have him pop
You're
up.
like smoldering fire. I'm like raging fire.
Again, big scary monster. God damn it, Hulk. Yeah. So I think people are just is clickbaiting. I don't really think that. I think the wording was in such that this is a new interpretation of the Avengers. It's not the same. Yeah, Thor will still be around, but like yeah. And well, it's also we found out that this is the last James Gunn's not doing Guardians after this. This is
He's
his
gonna
last.
do TV.
Yeah, I think he's having more fun doing TV.
I would.
And I think he said it best with the Peacemaker show. This the fact that like, hey man, I got 8 hours I could tell a story in 8 hours versus 2 hours, and
Plus, isn't he doing another spinoff or something that we don't know
there's
about?
some other project, that
Whatever.
he's working on for HBO Max.
Whatever.
So that's it for MCU Final Avengers. I think we're gonna have more Avengers movies. Don't you worry.
It'll just be different.
It'll just be the new Avengers or some shit.
Yeah, Secret Avengers or Dark Avengers.
Well, it might actually be Secret.
Midnight Suns. maybe.
They're leaning into the Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
They're doing it.
Yeah, they are.
All right, so let's talk about something I saw Grant Morrison talking about on the DC Comics side.
Oh, do we have to?
Yeah, I do, because I want to point something out of just how these two companies constantly do this to each other. So, Grant Morrison was talking about the DC 5G continuity plan. So, this is when he was talking about when he was having dinner with one of the editor-in-chief of DC at the time. He said 5G would have been a concerted effort to unify all of DC's history together that would allow its iconic characters to age in real time and die. Among the examples Morrison cites is Superman arriving on Earth in 1938 before making his public debut in the 1960s, while the modern Justice League would consist largely of middle-aged former Teen Titans, with much of Morrison's work acknowledging the full breadth of history for DC characters, particularly elements of the Silver Age. And Morrison was apparently very excited about it, but that guy has stepped down, so that's not going to happen. And then I want to bring this up because we've already talked about this, because Marvel did it with Spider-Man Life Story. Now, it wasn't the continuity, but it was his own thing where we talked about it at length on this book, and then they did a Fantastic Four Life Story, and I think that's the only one they've done, but they have more plans to do it. I think it's an interesting idea. I think it would be cool to age them in real time, but why does it matter? No, I only bring this up because it's DC's problem in particular.
Oh,
they
yeah.
constantly reset.
We have filed an injunction against DC from ever using preventing them from ever using the word crisis ever again.
Yeah.
In a published work.
Well, I like the idea.
They just can't.
I like the idea that DC is kind of saying like, okay, well, what if we have a world where there is no the Justice League doesn't have Superman because he's died at this point. He's lived his life, I kind of like that idea.
Right.
And that's a cool concept, but I don't know. I just don't know if it would have worked properly.
I guess what I'm saying, DC, is I don't give a shit.
Why don't you care about DC? DC's got some incredible books, and you're limiting yourself.
I don't read comic books.
You know what's a DC
Comic books
book?
are for nerds. What?
Transmetropolitan. Have you read that book?
No,
It's
please.
Jake Unlimited.
God, I hate that fucking comic book.
Why?
It's boring.
Have you read it?
Yeah. My brother had a bunch of copies of.
Transmetropolitan? No, yeah.
I was like, what's that? And I started reading it, and within 5 pages, I was like, I'm going to drown myself now.
You must not like Warren Ellis as a writer.
I think Warren Ellis can suck a dick. Whoa.
Wow. I'm
totally.
not. And that's not my unlimited.
I'm totally kidding.
Oh no! Time out. Hold on. Jake's Unlimited. Comixology, get your fucking shit together.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. So earlier this week, Amazon finally merged with Comixology.
Uh-huh.
So now it's
Big surprise. Comixology's all fucked up.
yeah.
No.
Let me just
Amazon never
actually.
does
I'm
anything
gonna pull
wrong.
up the app right now in fucking real time. Jake. Unlimited. Oh, you turn it off.
That was too late.
First First of all, I have to sign back into my account because the merger happened. But I'm not going to do this in real time for sake of people driving their car into a ditch.
Right? God damn it.
No, they need to get their shit together because I hadn't looked at it yet. But when it happened, I saw Patton Oswalt tweeting about it, being like, "Holy fuck!" And I was like, "It can't be that bad." And there's multiple people on Twitter talking about they changed their UI. They've almost made it harder to get to your books in your collection, even books that you have bought, not just like the unlimited ones that you would have, but books that you actually bought. They're harder to find and navigate through.
No.
And I just think about it, and yeah, it's not a surprise that Amazon fucked this up. It's also not a surprise that they did it just to do it. That's what it feels like. Like, how long did you, because like Amazon.
These fucking comic book nerds are having it too easy.
Well, Amazon acquired Comixology a long fucking time ago, so they had plenty of time to implement these changes and fix the app and do all this stuff. But no, they do it haphazardly because it's a fucking corporation, and that's what they do. And so they give me this shitty-ass app, and it sucks. I don't even want to read my books anymore because of how shitty it is. And I'm like, am I really going to have to sit down and think, hey, do I want DC Universe Unlimited or Marvel Unlimited? I could probably get into doing that and do that. I'm going to have to end up ending my subscription to Comixology Unlimited and probably go with Marvel Unlimited and TC because I'm so frustrated with you. And it's like, and you know what the worst part is? They know they're the biggest fucking game in town.
Yeah.
And they know that they might have people locked in where people aren't going to say no to Comixology Unlimited and go to DC or Marvel. But I'm thinking about it. You fuckers. Get your shit together. This segment has been sponsored by Comixology Unlimited. Like, wouldn't that have been the most unbelievable ad pivot?
For your comic book needs, go to Comixology Unlimited.
Or you know what? Fuck them. Support a local goddamn comic shop.
Yeah,
Go to a fucking comic shop.
You know what?
You know what, Tyler?
Yeah.
That was beautiful. We timed that perfectly. I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna start buying more physical books because fuck these fucking corporations. I'm gonna go support the local comic shop. Let's go get some fucking comics. I'm done with the show.
We're doing it. Going to Mayhem Comics right here in Des Moines.
Also, a lot of restraint. Not a lot of sound drops today. A lot of restraint.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
I think it's because we played Rock Band last night.
What? What?
I still love that little beat behind it. I don't know why it still kills me.
Tyler, let's wrap the show with answering this one question. What's the first thing you'd buy with $1 million?
A house.
Wow, nice.
And that's it.
Bumblebee tuna.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Give me a hell yeah.